about how you have to conceal a gun. You have to get fingerprinted, you have to ask for permission from government, and you have to pay a tax. That sounds like a slave to me.
Yeah.
I think it's about time we turn the corner here in Texas when it comes to gun rights. We're so far behind. We need to start leading. Texas is supposed to be, you know, the most gun-friendly state there is.
Here, here.
The one of 6 states that don't allow open carry. You have to ask for permission. You have to get your fingers printed. You have to pay a tax. That really bothers me. So I'm so happy to see you guys out here today supporting the Second Amendment right. We don't want open carry. We want constitutional carry. I hope everybody understands that. You know, we are called Open Carry Texas, but we want to go back to what our founding fathers intended in the Constitution, the original way that it was written. It says shall not be infringed. That means any gun, anywhere, anytime. No law, rule, or regulation against it, please. I'm tired of big government trampling on our rights. So, appreciate y'all coming out. I want to let y'all know one more time, we have raffle tickets. You get a $10 decal. It comes with a raffle ticket. You can buy as many as you want. Take cash, credit card. You're getting a black powder revolver. You're getting a free CHL class. You're getting all kinds of chances to win ammo, shirts, hats. And this is all for a good cause, y'all. I'm going to allow some of the speakers to come up here. Da Vinci Watrous, CJ Grisson's here, Felicia Whitley's here. I appreciate them coming out and giving us some of their time. They're in the middle of some campaigns right now. Well, CJ's not, but the other two are.
Well, I'm on a campaign.
CJ's always campaigning for some.
That's right.
Yeah, I guess we're going to let these speakers have a little bit to talk and let us know what's on their mind, what the Second Amendment means to them. And then I guess we'll post up on corners and we'll start walking, handing out information. I think the key to our group growing more is getting the information to people. You know, we can do these walks and all the time and stuff, but the key is interaction. So we want people coming to us. So we're going to post up and hand out information. We have 5,000 business cards. We have all kinds of brochures and stuff to hand out. It's vital we get this information out. In 2015, when the legislation rolls around, we need everybody that's here down in Austin.
Yeah.
Okay? And that's how we get stuff passed. We need to make it serious. We need to have thousands of people down there with rifles and shotguns saying, hey, we want constitutional carry, and you better not give us open carry and ask us to get a permit. I will not open carry if you try to make me get a permit. It won't work. I've heard people say that they're going to pass legislation with open carry, but you have to get a permit and ask for permission and pay a tax. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So, yeah. So anyways, I'm going to bring a couple speakers up here, give us a piece of their mind and what the Second Amendment means to them. Real quick, let's do a safety briefing check. I know there's a bunch of new people out here. Just want to make sure our chambers are cleared. We have children out here. We don't do one mistake. If we do one mistake, this whole thing is lost. So we got to be very careful what we're doing out here. Everybody grab a buddy next to them and just make sure your chamber's cleared and we're on safety. We're ready to rock.
Everybody know how we do it. Safety.
Slow that down.
Remember muzzle safety, y'all. Muzzle safety. Very important is muzzle safety, guys. When we're walking around today, when you bend down, you tie your shoe, you drop something, you go down to get your child a drink or something, watch your muzzle. Watch your muzzle safety. Remember, the guns are always loaded. Every single gun here is loaded. Muzzle safety. Don't be pointing your muzzle at anybody. It's either up or it's down. Please remember muzzle safety. If you see somebody accidentally do something, just kindly, politely tell them, hey, muzzle safety, guys. We're all in this together, okay? So let's have some fun and can I get a hell yeah for some gun supporting rights?
All right, hey, welcome everybody again. Thank you for coming out. For those who don't know me, I'm CJ Grisham. I'm the guy that was 35 pounds fatter in that YouTube video. It's amazing what fighting the state of Texas will do to your weight. So I highly recommend it. It's one of the best weight loss programs in the world, getting arrested. First of all, I get a lot of credit for what is happening here, but if I was just one man walking around, this would be nothing. So all the credit goes to each and every one of you that are here that are making this possible. It's because of every one of you that our politicians are listening. You know, we have had open carry legislation every 2 years since 1996. And every 2 years, because it doesn't seem like anyone cares, the legislation's gotten stuck in committee. Well, they have to listen now, and that's what we're doing, is we're trying to get open carry passed. We've actually got every governor candidate, every lieutenant governor candidate, and even the attorney general candidates fighting over who's more open carry friendly. Yeah! And you know we've got something going on when Wendy Davis pretends to like us. But we can't stop there. This is more than just open carry. This is about liberty. I talk to people from all around the state who email me, who call me, and we're starting these organizations everywhere. We have spawned and helped out to begin open carry Arkansas, open carry Wyoming. There was one, open carry Kentucky, just started up last week. And what we're also going to be starting here pretty soon is open carry America. And that's where we're going to get all these groups from around the country, and just like they're talking about concealed carry reciprocity, I don't want reciprocity, I want just my rights respected. That's it. There's a few other things we need to work on, and it takes each and every one of you. We've got people from all over the state down here, which means we've got a lot of representatives that represent you, and they need to hear you. Both your state representative and your state senator. There's a couple changes that we want and we need in the state. It's not just open carry. We need to have our disorderly conduct clause fixed. The disorderly conduct statute is entirely too vague, and if a police officer wants to violate your rights, he can easily say, you're causing alarm. That's not what the legislation was intended, but that's the way it's being interpreted. The next thing that's got to get fixed is this resisting arrest clause. Did you know that in the state of Texas, a police officer can walk up to you, just tell you you're under arrest, and if you step back and ask him what the hell's wrong with you, you're now resisting arrest, because it is not a defense that the arrest was unlawful. That is written into the statute. So if a police officer doesn't like you carrying a gun and he doesn't think he can get you for unlawful carry, or he can't get you for disorderly conduct, all he's got to do is pretend to place you under arrest, and the minute you say no, now you're resisting arrest. That's a Class A misdemeanor. That's got to get fixed as well. So as you're talking to your representatives, please bring all this stuff up. Bring those things up as well. And like Corey said, although I'll tell you, I don't speak for OCT of what I'm about to say, okay? I'm speaking for CJ Grisham right now. If they pass open carry with a permit, I'm going to open carry anyway. Because I'm not going to ask the state for permission to exercise my rights. If I have to get a permit to carry a gun openly, concealed, backwards, forwards, inside out, that is not the way the Constitution was intended. That is not the way our state Constitution was intended. The state has to prove with every single law on the books that that law was passed with an eye towards safety. Now, who can tell me that the CHL process for open carry is going to somehow make us safer? Because we're open carrying right now and nobody's getting shot, so why add a permit to it? Because it's not going to do anything for safety. So we need to make sure our representatives know that. The things we also rely on as this primary season closes and we move into the general election, OCT is going to need your help. We have already started the process of sitting down and doing these cheesy lunches. You know, politicians want to be schmoozed. They want you to buy them food. They want you to pay for their house. They want you to pay for their campaigns. And I understand that to a degree. And we should support those liberty-minded candidates. But that takes money. For OCT, for members of our board to travel all around the state, talk to representatives all over the state, it does cost us money, and we need your help. I don't like begging for money. That's why I try to sell stuff, because at least you get something for your money. But we do have a credit card reader over there, and we will happily take donations, because once the primaries are over with, and we've got general candidates, the general election candidates that we're going to start, for lack of a better term, lobbying for our rights. Isn't that a shame when you got to lobby for your rights? But that's what we're doing, and it does take money, and we're very judicious about how we spend it. Anybody that wants to see our books, we're getting ready to do our first tax filing. Everything will be posted on our site. Every dollar that we spend is used in a positive manner, in a way that you guys will understand and accept. But this is a statewide movement. In your towns, in your neighborhoods. Don't wait until we've got a big rally at the Home Depot or at the Alamo or anything like that. Gather your friends, gather your neighbors, gather your family, and just go out in your neighborhood, go out in your town, and do a walk once a month, at least once a month. And what we try to do is the first Saturday of every month, get everybody around the state to go out and walk. I don't like talking too much. I'm going to get off my soapbox here. On March 2nd, this is the only announcement I want to make. March 2nd is our birthday. It's our state's birthday. That's when we fought for independence from a tyrannical government in Mexico. It took weapons to resist that tyranny. And down there in Gonzales, they wanted to take our cannon, and they said, come and take it. So on March 2nd, all around the state, we're asking everybody to go out there and carry their weapons. Tell the state of Texas, if you want my guns, come and take it. Exercise your rights, and we're going to have literally thousands of people all around the state that are going to be open and carrying. And in addition to that, please contact your local media. Let them know what you're going to do. Make them come out there and take pictures and take video and tell the story, because that's how other people learn about this stuff, and that's how we grow. So with that, again, I personally want to thank you for all the support, especially those of you that have sent me emails. We filed our, I guess a quick update on my case, I'm sure some people are interested. We filed our appeal, not this past week, but the week prior. Now, let me tell you how corrupt our court system is. After my last trial, they wanted $1,250 for my transcripts. Okay, we understand, got it, $1,250. The Friday that we went to appeal, they wanted $4,000 for those same transcripts. So the Monday was President's Day. On Tuesday, my attorneys went back down there and said, no, now it's $8,000. They are trying to price you and me out of justice. That's the sole point of it. We need judicial reform in this state. No one should have to pay $8,000 just for pieces of paper in open court, a public record, just to prove their innocence. My fine was only $2,000. I'm lucky enough that I've got an organization supporting me that I don't have to pay for my legal fees. But anybody else that's been wrongly convicted of a crime gets fined $2,000, and then in order to file an appeal, they up front have to come up with $8,000. What do you think people are going to do? They're going to suck it up. They're going to have a misdemeanor on their record for the rest of their lives, because our court system is so corrupt that they're trying to price you out of justice. So again, bring that stuff up to your representatives when you bring that up. We need to put a cap. You shouldn't have to pay more than $1,000, and I know that's even heavy, but no more than $1,000 for court transcripts if you're going to file an appeal. And that's what I want put into our Texas law. Again, thanks for coming out. You know who's next? Okay. All right, I'm done. Hey, thanks everybody, and look forward to a great walk with you.